Went on to NBA Youngboy, man. So we did Slime Cry album reaction. If you ain't seen that yet, go back and check it out. Man, this was such a good album, man. This was a really good album. I think this album, I saw people kind of saying it was his best work since Sincerely Contrail. So let's look at, I wanted to, kind of go through his drops in recent years. So Sincerely Contrail was 2021. Fire album, by the way. Sincerely Contrail had a lot of them. He had a lot of them ones on here, man. Bad Morning. Bro, just looking at this. Toxic Punk. Forgiato is fire. Nevada. Kickstand. Bro, he had a lot of gems on Sincerely Contrail. But if we talking since Sincerely Contrail, bro, From the Bayou was so slept on. I think Colors. Colors is a top 3 YB project to me of all time. I rock with Colors so heavy, bro. So heavy. Hey, Bring It On. DC Marvel was tough. Expensive Taste. Gangsta, Know Like I Know. Bring the Hook. Fish Scale. Man, like he has some shit on Colors for real. Last Slamito, we had Realer 2. 3800 Degrees, Mom Got a Family. 3860 was tough. He had a lot of cold collab tapes. It's really hard to narrow it down. And I saw, some people message me like what I thought between Slime Cry and Massa of which project was better. And I kind of said like it's kind of too early to tell. I kind of let the album marinate. It's been about a day at the time of this recording since I listened to it, man. But I think Slime Cry got it. I think Slime Cry just a little more. Massa had a lot of like turnt shit. Slime Cry had, a great mix of everything. And maybe I gotta go back and listen to Massa because I don't really want to be too, recency bias is gonna play a role in it. But I'm gonna pick my top 3. If we, everyone's talking about Sincerely Contrail, I'm gonna pick my top 3 Youngboy albums. I'm not gonna count his collab albums with Birdman or Quando. Top 3 for the last 5 years. Sincerely Contrail is definitely in that. Colors is in that. Decided 2 was fire. Decided 2 was fire. Oh man. I just got a lot on my shoulders. This one was probably his most slept on one, bro. Sneaking, Missing Everything, Blood on My Soul, Tears of War. Damn, Don't Try This at Home. He has some shit on this too, man. I ain't gonna lie. It could be my recency bias talking, man, but I got Sincerely Contrail, Colors, and Slime Cry. Top 3 for the last 5 years of Youngboy. If we talking all time Youngboy, it's hard to narrow it down because you go back to his earlier work, AI Youngboy, Until Death Called My Name Reloaded, Decided, Realer, I think is his best work in my personal opinion. I can still bump everything from Realer today and it's gonna hit like crazy. This is probably gonna take like a whole video in itself to decipher what is Youngboy's greatest album. But I say all this to say, man, Slime Cry is a fantastic album. It was definitely worth the wait. I enjoyed it. What releases next for Youngboy? I personally think he should sit on this album for a while. I know Youngboy likes to release a lot of music. I think sit on this album for a while, let some songs marinate and do what they do. Maybe we don't see Youngboy pop out again until about the summer. Maybe he got another tour going on. I think especially after this album, bro, so many songs on this album. I'm like, man, I would love to see this performed at a show, at a concert. He's got Rolling Loud coming up, so he's gonna be pretty busy. I expect to see more singles dropping, but as far as the next album from Youngboy, maybe the summer, fall time. But even then, I don't think Youngboy is really gonna wait. We might get like mixtapes and things like that, man. But you know, Youngboy is for sure, man. He's got the game in a headlock. And speaking of Youngboy, I saw this pop up. This is from the RIAA. Congratulations to Youngboy, never broke again on becoming the most certified rapper of all time with 126 certified titles, alongside the release of his new album Slime Cry. So this is a tweet from B-Dot. Salute B-Dot. He said, interesting with this many certifications, why isn't his catalog recognizable outside of his fan base? So a lot of people on B-Dot's head right now, rightfully so. Hey, a lot of people on B-Dot's head right now, but honestly, what I think it is, I feel like Youngboy is kind of like an anomaly. I think his route to getting to where he's at is not really because of the machine. It wasn't really because of Warner, Atlantic, Motown. It was really from his fans. And I think it's so rare that we see an artist really shoot up the charts and do what he do strictly just from his fans. Not Youngboy doesn't pop out at award shows. He doesn't do the commercial thing. He don't sit with the Breakfast Club. He don't do interviews with everybody. He's not, if 106 in Park was around right now, he probably wouldn't even be on 106 in Park. And the fact that he can still do this, I think it has a lot of music critics as well as music execs kind of confused, scratching their heads like, how is he doing this? How was he able to get out of jail? How was he able to get out of jail and make $70 million off a tour? Who is this kid? He's not nominated for Grammys. He's not nominated for BET Awards. He's not, I know people say radio is dead, but they don't play him on the radio. How is he doing this? And I think it got a lot of people baffled. He didn't do it. To answer B-Dot's question, in my personal opinion, you know, you say it's not recognizable outside of his fan base. I beg to concur. I think it's extremely recognizable outside of his fan base. I think it's because the reason why somebody like B-Dot may think this, like I said, Youngboy didn't do the traditional route. He's not a typical commercial rapper. He's not, you know, sign a deal, we out of here, my label gonna put me everywhere. It's all from his fans. His fans streaming his music, the dedication from his fans, we haven't seen with our people. We see this type of dedication with Taylor Swift. We don't see it with rappers. We see it with pop stars and country singers. Youngboy is kind of like the first one who, yeah, he's had major record deals, but it's mainly his fans putting him out there for real. I feel like Youngboy can go 100% independent right now. He can go 100% independent right now and still do just as many certified titles. He's only 26 years old. And it's interesting to me because he doesn't mingle with the industry. You don't see him at Michael Rubin parties. You don't see him in the Hamptons with everybody shoulder to shoulder. You don't see YB move like that. That's why I feel like it's so many people are confused and they really don't understand it, but maybe it's not for them to understand. He is who he is, man. He is who he is, man. Youngboy, and he just gonna keep going up, bro. He just gonna keep going up. I don't think you can stop him right now. You know, and I brought up my theory a couple months ago on the situation. What video is that where I feel like if you start seeing the industry try to pull some tactics, you know why. I'm gonna leave that alone though.